Woohoo! He's chasing me. But yeah, look at this. Bottle. Bottle. Another bottle. This is Matt with 2 Feet Outdoors YouTube channel, and today we are in Brooklyn, New York, and we're headed out kayaking. I'll show you exactly where we're gonna launch. Right down here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this kayak set up. All right, and we're paddling. Today definitely feels like it's the hottest day of spring so far. And I checked the water temperature before launching, and it read 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Like I said, we are in Brooklyn, New York, and this is Jamaica Bay and the Gateway National Recreation Area. We're going to be paddling around the peninsula of Floyd Bennett Field, and we're going to paddle to Marine Park. And Marine Park is the largest park in Brooklyn, New York. On the way, we're going to be paddling through what's called Dead Horse Bay, and on the way back, we are going to stop at Glass Bottle Beach. And if you've never heard of Glass Bottle Beach, you are in for something incredibly unique and interesting. So stay tuned. We should have super calm conditions all day, very low wind. It's a little hazy right now, but for the most part, blue skies. And directly east of us, on the far side of Jamaica Bay, is JFK Airport. It's always amazing to me to have the perspective of an urban area from the water, because Brooklyn, New York has a little bit under 4 million people, so it's heavily populated, but it's really quiet, really peaceful, and the water's amazing. So today I opted to not wear a dry suit. Most of my paddling today is going to be along the shoreline of this peninsula and through Dead Horse Bay and also Marine Park. So there's going to be a shoreline nearby if I was to run into any kind of issue throughout this entire route. So I'm not worried about the water temperature, and I feel confident. On my right, you can see some of the buildings that are on Floyd Bennett Field, and there's another launch up here, another boat launch, and in the description of the boat launch it said that it's large enough to launch an ocean liner. I thought that was kind of funny. We have a huge boat up there on the left, and he's casting off a huge wave. So I'm gonna paddle a little closer to the shore, and hopefully it'll dissipate a little bit by the time it reaches me, and we'll just kind of rolled awake. Those rollers are crashing on the shore, and we're starting to go through them now. They've kind of dissipated, so that's nice. But I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear them crashing on the shore, on the rocks. More buildings to the right. Looks like a big water tower. Also to the right. Oh, one thing I thought was interesting, I saw a sign as I drove past when I was driving through Floyd Bennett Field, was that they have the New York Sanitation Department Academy there. So I guess there's academy training. Here's some more rollers. For the sanitation workers. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, it's a calm day on the water. The only thing we need to contend with periodically is going to be boat traffic, waves, but I don't anticipate a lot directly in front of us. I originally thought it was a water tower. I think it's a, if I had to guess, it's probably more like a radar tower. Kind of looks like a big soccer ball up there. Looks like over on the right, on the shore, is the NYPD aviation hangar. I see 2 NYPD helicopters over there. I'll see if I can get a better shot with my other camera. Well, there's the big landmark I was waiting to see. That's the Marine Parkway Bridge. Getting closer to the big bridge. That bridge connects Brooklyn to the Rockaways. That guy just buzzed me. I gotta go right into his wake. You gotta love when people just do shit like that. Have a good day, guy. Clearly, we're not going to paddle through the center span of this bridge. We're just going to cruise over along the shoreline and go under the low spot. That's one of the NYPD helicopters. This guy just came flying through here, so I'm gonna turn around. And just go directly into his wake. Got another boat coming, but we're gonna try to make some forward progress before his wake gets to me. I don't know what kind of bird it is, but it's the kind that like to dive down under the water. He's right in front of us. That's so cool. Let's see if he comes up again right near us, or if he swims away. He saw us. Where is he gonna come up? Up to the left. That's funny. This is really cool. had a ferry go by just a few minutes ago. Probably kind of hard to see, but directly in front of me is like a mound of rocks. And then to the right is the southern tip of Glass Bottle Beach. And we're paddling right now in what's called Dead Horse Bay. And many years ago, back in the 40s, the 1940s, there were horse rendering plants surrounding this area. And I guess they used to dump horse carcasses in the bay. And so still today, many years later, you can actually find horse bones and stuff of that sort on the beach. But this beach, Glass Bottle Beach, it's actually a landfill. So what happens is, you know, the tides will go up and like erode the landfill, and then like random items in the landfill just spill out onto the beach. And it consists a lot of glass bottles from the 40s and 50s, old leather shoes, children's toys. This is my first time kayaking here, but I've been to Glass Bottle Beach and Dead Horse Bay previously. We got some really interesting currents right now that I'm paddling through, so we just need to get past this little point. I don't want to go too close because there's like old pilings or pillars or what have you sticking out of the water, and I don't want to hit one of those. Alright, so to the right is Glass Bottle Beach, and we're gonna go for a walk through the beach, but I can already see like thousands of bottles, barrels, all kinds of debris. But I want to try to find a spot where I can land the kayak, where there's not too much broken glass. Alright, we're just gonna go for it and land the kayak right here. Alright, I had to get wet in order to get out of the kayak, so I'm walking in the water. I got my pants rolled up. Just gonna grab this kayak and pull it up onto the beach. I think I'll just sit right here. Thirsty. That was a long paddle. Started on the north side of Floyd Bennett Field and came all the way around the whole peninsula under the Marine Parkway Bridge and then back around to Dead Horse Bay over here. So yeah, that was probably, I'd have to say, at least 6 miles. And I decided, rather than go to Marine Park first and then come back here, that we'd stop here on the way. Makes sense. So yeah, so far so good. Let me give you a tour of this beach. All right, I just have my gear pulled up to this dune, and even with the tide coming up, we should have plenty of space so that the kayak doesn't get washed away. But yeah, look at this. Let me just show you right here. Bottle. Bottle. Another bottle. And then it's just all broken glass. More bottles. Yeah, this whole area up the beach is one bottle after another. And it just goes the entire way. You know, even in just this spot, there's a bottle here, a little bottle here, another one. You know, and they're all interesting. Blue bottle, green bottle, more. Look at this. It's broken, but there's a teacup. Nothing but glass bottles. That tide's coming up fast. I don't think the high tide is supposed to be until 12:30. And I think it's a little bit after 11. So, but yeah, look at this. I'm like, what is this? Some kind of car part? You know, you end up seeing a lot of these right here, like these Clorox bottles. We're gonna walk around here. I don't recommend you walk in the water, but I'm not worried. Look at this area here. Ceramic stuff, metal. Here, I told you a second ago, Clorox bottles. Here's another one. This is all glass. I mentioned like old shoes. Well, here's like an old sole. Sometimes people find marbles, kids' toys, dolls, doll heads, car parts. Glass Bottle Beach, Dead Horse Bay. Tires. Would be cool to find a marble. You know, a lot of times people come first thing in the morning and, you know, to get the fresh things that have come out of the landfill, because it just breaks down over time and more stuff spills out of the landfill. But yeah, like this one, 1 quart milk jug in perfect condition, just has some sand in it. You know, these, you can find ones that aren't broken, but, you know, these blue bottles, they're really unique. You know, I just mentioned a blue bottle right there, and, you know, we walk up here, another blue bottle. But yeah, all in this wall is just bottles and trash. And yeah, check this out over here. Look at that. I've gotten kind of far from the kayak, so I'm gonna hustle back, see if I can find anything interesting on the way. But I wanted to just give you guys a quick tour of this unique and interesting place. But when I've been here before, I've researched some of the bottles that I've found from the 1940s, 1950s, old Coke bottles, Pepsi bottles, 7-Up bottles, you name it. Very unique stuff. and hopefully my kayak's not washed away, or worse, stolen. I don't think it'll be stolen. Nobody's out here. I'm here all by myself. A lot of people come here, like I said, in the mornings, scour the beach for the new finds. You know, I seem to say this during every video, but I can find the most quiet places where nobody is around in some of the most populated areas. So it's pretty cool to live in an area that's heavily populated, and yet I can find solitude. So cool. But yeah, my kayak right back here, still there. And I can see off in the distance, when I was paddling up over here, I could see Coney Island in the distance, and I may very well add a little something to this trip and go over to Coney Island, because I think it would be really cool to ride the Cyclone. I've never done that. So maybe we'll head over there after we're done paddling. Stay tuned. All right. We came from this direction over here. We came around the peninsula, and we're going to continue kayaking that direction. We're going to go under the Belt Parkway to Marine Park. And yeah, there's some salt marshes back there. And yeah, we're just going to kayak a loop back there. All right, we're back out on the water. Just a quick tour of Glass Bottle Beach, Dead Horse Bay, and we're gonna paddle across Dead Horse Bay over here. We're headed to this bridge over on the right that goes under the Belt Parkway, and Marine Park is on the other side, and there's a paddling loop. 2 boats went by, so now I got to contend with these waves. One thing I didn't realize is that under that bridge is not a no-wake zone. These boats are just flying right through there. I might have to strategically time my pass. Make sure no boats are going to come cruising through there when I'm trying to go through. So far, so good. It felt like the wind was getting a little heavier. Either that, or it was just getting a little bit more choppy because of a few boats. But right now, everything seems pretty good. And I don't see any boats behind me for a while. So yeah, we're just gonna paddle to this bridge, and after the bridge we're gonna make a right. There's like a loop, a pretty big loop to paddle. But when we get close, we're gonna have to listen for some boats. I don't want to be paddling through here with the boats screaming by. Well, I don't see any boats. So we're going to try to sneak on the right side of this pillar. This way, if a boat goes through the middle, this barrier should block the waves a little bit. Oh, there's one coming. It's coming out. So we're just gonna, we got this concrete barrier to my left, and we're just cruising through here. But yeah, there's, you can see them right there to our left. So We're just gonna go nice and slow. Wait for the wave to get to us. And we're gonna cut into it. Yeah, I'm really surprised it's not a no wake zone or a slow speed zone. All right, we're gonna take these waves right here. Just rollers, rollers. All right. When I can get a better vantage point, I'm gonna show you guys, but I can see off in the distance the Manhattan skyline. All right, that's a 10 times zoom, and you can see the Manhattan skyline. Just look at this. When you think of Brooklyn, New York, of course, I don't know what your experience is with Brooklyn, New York, but I don't think necessarily of this beauty that I'm experiencing right here today. This is incredible nature. So amazing. The water is so calm, so serene, and the water looks really clean. I can't get over how beautiful this is. And I mentioned it earlier, but this marine park is what it's called, is Brooklyn's largest park. And of course, there's evidence of, let's just say, urban challenges. Because I'm going to paddle right up to this spot right here. And you can see right in front of me, there is what's left of a vehicle chassis, some rims, and a motor, transmission. You can see that right in front of me. This water beneath me is so clear. Lots of plant life under there. If you're watching this video and you haven't seen my video from paddling the Bronx River, you really got to go check out that Bronx River kayak. I kayaked the Bronx River Blueway for 8 miles, and there were some of the most incredible views, waterfalls, just beautiful nature. Of course, there were a few urban challenges, but so incredible. Definitely got to go check it out. Looks like some motors and vehicle parts dumped on the side right in front of us. Look at that. There's like a van body dumped back there with graffiti on it. Pretty interesting. looks like now mostly seagulls. There's an osprey on a post directly in front of us. It's the third osprey I've seen here. I'm gonna try to get a better shot of it. Straight ahead of us. Mr. Swan right in front of us. He's huge. Huge. Wow. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there, guy. Stay there, guy. Woohoo! He's chasing me. All right, we're good. Look at him. He's still behind me. I don't know what I was paddling near back there, but he's still following me. I can see the Marine Parkway Bridge that we paddled under earlier off in the distance, so you can see how far that is. We've covered some ground today. Been an awesome trip so far. All right, we're pulling up to Marine Park. Nice soft sand. All right, we'll take a little break here at Marine Park. Just gonna pull the kayak out of the water. Hey guys, I took an Uber from Marine Park back to Floyd Bennett Field. I picked up my truck and I am now in Coney Island and I'm gonna ride the Cyclone. I'm also gonna have hot dogs at Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs, the original Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs in Coney Island. Alright guys, the Cyclone was amazing. Can you believe this? I had the front row seat. I got my Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs. I had an amazing day paddling in Brooklyn. It was beautiful out on the water. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching 2 Feet Outdoors YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.